Hello everyone, as Jason said, we are Team BPW and we're so happy that you're here. Quick question for you guys, how many of you here by show of hands have heard of the Lower My Bill program? Ooh, okay, yeah, so most of you, like us, had never heard of it until we were assigned to the BPW.
So what is the Holland BPW exactly? They provide utilities to the city of Holland, including water, electricity, and sewage. Our job at the Holland BPW was to solve the question of how can we make our homes suck less, focusing on the Lower My Bill program and how to get more people to use this service. And we were also given a budget of $0 to make this happen. So when we started this program, we knew absolutely nothing about the Holland BPW, so we toured all the facilities there. The first day we toured the water treatment plant, and we learned how the water is sucked in from Lake Michigan, purified, and sent to your homes for you to drink, take a shower, etc. Then we toured the wastewater treatment plant, and we learned how the water flows into the plant, it's purified using primary and secondary treatment, and then it's sent out into Lake Makatawa so it can be reused in the ecosystem. And then finally, we toured the power plant, and here we learned how the energy of Holland is created and then shipped to your houses. And we also learned about a new power plant that they're making in the near future. From all these tours, we learned just how huge the Holland Board of Public Works is in Holland and how important it is for the community. So why us? We came up with an idea that's crazy enough that it just might work.
So, Mr. Tanis here obviously has not used the Lower My Bill program, as you can see by his graciously given to us by his wife, unbeknownst to him. As you can see here, Mr. Tanis's bills are quite high, especially in the month of January.
You must take long showers.
Sarah, I'm gonna get you. Where are you?
Mr. Tanis could have had the inspection done by a qualified inspector who would come into his home and show him exactly where he's wasting money on water and energy. Mr. Tanis also could have gotten...
Oh, this hurts. You don't know how this hurts.
Sorry,
Hurry
this
up.
is my job. Mr. Tanis also could have gotten specific recommendations on how he could fix these things.
Okay.
Mr. Tanis could have also saved $10 a month with just the free items the inspector would have given him. If Mr. Tanis was willing to invest, he could have saved hundreds more per year. So let me talk a little bit more about the Lower My Bill program. About $1,000 is spent advertising this program annually through magazine ads and bill stuffers, so it's not Mr. Tanis's fault that he didn't use this program, since obviously it's hit its maximum capacity of 230 households per year, right? Well, the numbers don't lie. In red here are the number of households that have taken advantage of this program each year. While in black are the number of evaluations that are available, but that go unused each year.
Wow.
That's really sad, because this program could help a lot of people. People like Mr. Tanis.
Okay, so our driving question that the BPW gave us was, how do we make our homes suck less? And coming in last week, Monday, we wanted to try out this Lower My Bill program. So first we had to go onto the BPW website and navigate our way to actually find the program. And when we found it and the phone number that went with it, we called it. And that connected us to the Community Action Agency, who is partnering with the BPW to perform these audits. But some of the questions that the receptionist asked could feel intimidating to some people, such as age, race, marital status, and income. She also said it was probably going to be 6 to 8 weeks before we would even get a call back. Luckily, that did not happen, and we received a call from Peter, the inspector, the next day, and he was able to perform for us on Wednesday this free audit. So I'd like you to meet Peter. Peter, the BPI certified inspector who was contracted through the Community Action Agency and then through the BPW. But we figured that some people may feel uncomfortable even having Peter come into their household. So we created a website. And on this website, it has a short bio biorepeater, and just explains kind of what this program is. We also created a short video that allows people to lose some of the fears of it.
Hello there. I just want to tell you that the free items you can get with this service can save you up to $120 a year. And if you're willing to invest, you can save even more, like hundreds of dollars per year. Now that's a good deal.
Good job, Paul.
Good afternoon.
Hi, come on in. Let me sit down.
So do you have any questions before we get started?
Yes, what will you be doing in this next hour and a half?
Well, I'm going to walk through your house with my infrared camera to see where you would be losing energy. Plus, with my experience, I will give you a few tips on where you can save energy in your house. You just got a $125 home audit for free.
Also get all these cool free gifts.
So, how did your in-home inspection go? It was great. He said,
Some cheap and easy changes you can make are changing to CFL and LED light bulbs, caulking your windows, and using the smart power strip to plug all your devices into. Some long-term suggestions could be adding more insulation in your walls and buying Energy Star products.
After getting feedback from the BPW, they told us a little bit more about the Georgetown University Energy Prize. And our solution could fit into it and help Holland win the $5 million prize that goes to the winner of this competition. How cool would that be if Holland won $5 million? Well, you might be asking, well, what is the Georgetown University Energy Prize? Well, it's a competition between cities all over to see who can be the most energy efficient. The objectives for this is to see who can foster innovative approaches towards energy efficiency, to educate the public and students about energy issues, and also to increase the usage of energy efficient products and services. We presented our idea to BPW last Wednesday afternoon. They loved our idea so much that they asked us to present it again the next morning at the Georgetown University Energy Prize breakfast and Holland Saves. What this is a breakfast with major businesses and Holland leaders from all over. As you can see, it's Dave Koster, the general manager of BPW, Ryan Cotton, the city manager of Holland, and Kurt Dykstra, the mayor of Holland. They also loved our idea so much that they wanted to use our campaign, Suck Less, Live More, as a way to get Holland excited about this energy prize and want to win. And also, if you look on the paper this Sunday, front page, you'll also see this picture.
Wait. So, suck less, live more isn't even our solution. It is the slogan to our campaign. Let me tell you where suck less, live more came from. We loved our driving question so much. How can we make our homes suck less? Two simple words that had so much meaning. Suck less energy, suck less from the environment, suck less from my dad's wallet, and so on. We loved it so much we wanted to put it on a t-shirt, but we wanted something catchy that everyone wanted to see. Less is more is what we were thinking. Less is more. Suck less, live more. That was it. We decided and we put it on a t-shirt and we posted it on Twitter. And what was crazy is that people from the community started to respond to our Twitter post. I love that shirt. Where can I get one? I want one. Where can I buy one? And this leads us to our program. How can we get Lower My Bill to be attracted and cause a buzz in our community? We did this by changing the perception. Instead of offering it as a program that is free to everyone, we decided to change it into a prize, a highly coveted prize that could be won in the form of a raffle. This raffle consists of the 2 globes that come with signs in English and Spanish. That would be in locations in local businesses around the town in Holland. To prove that this would work, we did an experiment this weekend. Nicole?
Okay, so this past weekend, we put out the 2 globes, one in Lamangelos and one in La Providencia, a Hispanic grocery store. And we got 5 people to sign up. That's 5 people interested in winning this prize. 5 times the 52 weeks in a year, that's over the 230 audits that Peter can provide.
Here is a list of local businesses we suggested to BPW to contact that they could cycle through the year.
So our proposal for a raffle will suck less money on advertising. As I mentioned before, about $1,000 is spent advertising this program through various ways. It will suck less of the BPW employees' time, which I'm sure they would love to hear. If the City of Holland commits to sucking less, they have a chance at winning an energy prize, a $5 million prize, which would be awesome. And if the City of Holland commits to sucking less, they can save the environment for future generations. But ultimately, it comes down to the consumer. If they suck less, they'll be able to live more. But don't just take our word for it.
Suck less, live more.
Suck less, live more.
Suck less.
Live more.
Suck less, live more.
Suck less, live more.
Suck less, live more. Suck less, live more.
Suck less, live more!
Suck less, live more.
Thanks, sir. Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Yo, that's what we need.
That's bribery. Nice work. They're cozy teas, too.
Judges, what questions do you have for Holland BPW? Didn't you violate something when you? I mean.
We were given permission from your wife.
Boy.
Yes.
So is there any way to like increase the number of audits that can be done if they're successful?
We were thinking about asking the BPW. It only costs about $1,500 to $2,000 to go through the certification process for the BPI certification, which is what they need. So we were thinking that maybe if people want the service so much, there's a more expensive version of the service that you can actually buy for about $400. So if people buy that enough, then they'll be able to train someone, and then based on how important it is to them, put them on staff at the BPW. So they'll be able to do it.
Are you is Holland entered into this competition already? And what's the timetable for that? Is it entered? Was it entered? How long ago was it entered?
The competition actually starts on January 1 of 2015 and it'll go through 2017. And they'll have a quarterfinalist after the first year, and they will move on to the final, which is the last year. And based on that, their findings from that, they'll determine the winner.
Great. So there's time to get this,
Yes.
the word out to the community on this. Is that right? Is that what
Yeah,
you're saying?
and the breakfast that we've also presented this to was like kind of to get together like the local businesses and city leaders to kind of get on board about being more energy efficient and want to help out with this.
We'd ask the question always on likelihood of implementation. Do you want to ask it?
I think they already started. didn't
I
they?
know. Yeah, I think embarrass
Even with a
somebody.
zero budget.
So with the zero budget, how did we get bribed with these? So no, seriously though, as you are developing marketing pieces without much of a budget, what did you do to come up with the marketing materials you've come up with?
We were given a $100 gift card for this program, which we used on the globes and stuff at Dollar Tree.
Okay, way to go, way to go.
Also, the t-shirts were, I believe Jason had placed an order with Ambrose, but then it got canceled, so there was extra money there that we could use
Okay.
for, yeah.
So using existing resources to get this rolling. Do you anticipate, if people are saying, I want these t-shirts, what do you anticipate, how do you anticipate that this is going to take off? What do you think you'll need to invest in order to get these homes audited?
Can you explain the question a little bit?
Well, it sounds like one of the people seem pretty darn geeked about getting t-shirts and some of these sorts of things. I'm wondering, I guess a better question would be, are you anticipating continuing on marketing with like t-shirts and these sorts of things for the Suck Less? And if so, how much do you think it's going to cost to put this initiative forward?
The BPW has already told us that they will be using this campaign, and they can sell these shirts on their website, and they said they were planning on doing that.
Okay.
So that would raise money for further implementation.
Great, thank you.
As well, Holland City also would like their logo back here because they would also like to use these shirts to help kick off the Georgetown Energy Prize.
Very cool, very cool.
How much you gonna charge?
Yeah,
That is up for the
That's pretty
Yeah.
expensive real estate in my book. What you got on the front. That's kind of a funny thing, but you know, when you go down to, let's say, performance, you know, HP performance, kinds of things and so on, you see all the t-shirts. And you just look at the back of all the run t-shirts and everything else, and they've got 20 different logos on the back. But, you know, there's a real value, this thing, to be on the back of it. Have you thought about that? On how you could raise money through this thing?
Well, the BPW could get sponsors to be put on the back of their t-shirt, and then they would have to pay the BPW to be sponsored on their t-shirt for the campaign.
So
Keep
the
going, I
Suck
think.
Less theme is, you were mostly trying to tackle the lower my bill, but the Suck Less is pretty broad. You could almost even use it as like a political statement. I know, I'm not from Holland, but I know the whole power plant is something we even hear about outside of the city. What other initiatives do you think this will be connected to? And is the BPW on board with kind of that kind of direction of kind of fulfilling this more than just saying we got an audit program?
Well, for our driving question was how can you make our homes suck less? And with that, they didn't want us to look at more of like a broad thing. They wanted us to look at more of the Lower My Bill program that they have and try to get more people to use it.
But they could, if they were interested in doing so, they could use the Suck Less, Live More slogan as pretty much an advertisement for any other program they start.
As well to just bring awareness to what BPW does for our community as well.
So unfortunately, we're going to have to stop questioning there. Sorry, judges, but let's give it up for Team Holland.